Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are reacting to episode 6 of Vinland Saga, and I am excited to see where this direction leads because we just saw Thorfinn standing and making a promise that he will find Askeladd and challenge him to a duel when he is a stronger warrior. So that is setting the path in motion for him to begin his narrative journey of revenge. But I hope he does get to go home at least, because his poor mom, she's lost her husband and her son is missing. So I hope he does eventually get to go back. But as of right now, he is kind of meandering, and yeah, I can't wait to see his journey and his progression as a character. I can't wait to see the strength and resilience come into play, but also look at the way in which he begins to try and understand his father's teachings and how it comes into conflict with his rage and anger, as well as his drive for avenging his father. I have a slight headache, so I do apologize if maybe my analysis is not as deep as it usually is. I have a migraine and I am powering through so I can get some footage for you all. Nice.
そんな彼らにとって豊かで広大なイングランドは常に憧れの土地である。9世紀初頭よりバイキングたちはイングランドに侵攻し、その一部がイングランド北部に移住するなど勢力を広げていた。イングランド軍が移住してきたバイキングを襲撃。この事件に対する報復としてデンマーク軍はイングランドに派兵を開始。
It was the Vikings that basically created a unified England under one single king.
バイキングたちもイングランド軍打倒を目的とした征服戦争の一端を担うようになった。
Because up until that point, it was like multiple rulers, and yeah, it was the threat of the Vikings and this need for unification that essentially created the first English king, and the Anglo-Saxons rallied beneath him and fought back to reclaim territory that had been stolen by the Vikings. And yeah, they also encroached into Ireland. They didn't really mention that, but I think that's because England was primarily their target, but they had some pretty big cities established in Dublin, and I can't remember where else in Ireland, to be honest. Dublin, Waterford, Wexford, Limerick, and Cork. I was going to say Limerick, but I wasn't like 100% sure if it was Limerick. But yeah, there was quite a lot of Viking settlements in Ireland too, but it was England that they were primarily focused on.
なんだよ、歩きづれえな。さすがに匂いもきついぜ。
Oh, he can't keep up. He's only got little legs. This is first taste of the battlefield, essentially. This is what your father didn't want you to have to experience.
バイキングが戦争に手を貸してんのか？
あちこちでイングランド軍との小競り合いが始まってるからな。バイキングも立派な戦争の道具だよ。いずれはデンマーク王もイングランドに侵攻するって話だ。何年後かは知らんが、その前の地固めだろう。そこに手を貸しゃ、報酬もがっぽりだ。
Probably with land, titles, riches.
この地の領主が抱えるイングランド軍には手を焼いているが。
はっきり言って戦力もあんたらより上だ。
海賊風情がでかい口を。まあそう言うなって。同じデエンジンじゃねえか。貴様らと一緒にするな。
Oh. Oh.
なんだと。
だったら早めに手を打っといた方が得策だと思うけどな。
There's gonna be internal conflicts.
誰も死なないわけだし。金7ポンド。漁師が蓄えた財宝と食い物。女は全部もらう。
Are you taking the women as slaves to sell? Probably.
下手な真似をすれば。
Oh shit!
囲まれてやがったが。
Ambush.
腹ごなしにはちょうどいい。
Crazy. Oh! The animation's so good.
戦場で手柄を立ててみな。
Oh, he's gonna see this as his moment to
ご褒美に
shine.
決闘してやるよ。
You're like 6! Stop!
お前も海賊か。恨むならデンジンの血を恨むんだな。
Askeladd? Yeah.
悪い悪い、生きてたか。戦場じゃ弱いやつから死んでいく。おめえみてえにな。
That's only gonna drive him forward to prove something.
このガキ。
He's not strong enough to kill him. Oh, I stand corrected. God, imagine having your first kill at 6. Christ. He's dead, Thorfinn. He's dead. That's many to die at his hands, probably. But it's not an easy weight to carry, taking a human life. It's what your father tried to tell you. But you didn't listen. But how could you know that at 6, though? You're too young to fully understand. Is he actively participating now? Yeah. Holy shit! Oh, he's getting older. We're seeing him age now. I think when he returns home, he's going to be unrecognizable to his mom. Because he's not the little 6-year-old he was when he left.
様になってきてんじゃねえか。
Holy shit. And he saved Askeladd. Because he wants to kill Askeladd in the future, that's why. He's not doing it out of kindness, he's doing it because the only person that's gonna kill Askeladd is him. Look at him go, damn! The fact that it's taking 2 of you to try and take out a boy. How old is he now? Maybe like 13? Could be younger, could be like 10? 10, 12? Between 10 and 13, maybe. Dual wielding. Holy shit. He's definitely gonna become a strong warrior, isn't he? Oh no, not the dogs. I understand it has to be done, but like, it's the noise they make. It makes me sad. That whimper, I hate it.
でも近所のエセルレッド様は台無しだね。突然国中のデンジン移民を殺しちまったってんだから。そりゃあ向こうもムキになるさ。
もし兵隊さんの耳にでも入ったら。
They're gonna help him?
母ちゃん、ちょっと母ちゃん。
A little piglet. Oh! When was the last time he's known peace and not had to fight everything that comes his way?
ちょうど今晩ご飯に
He's
し
so
ようとしてたん
grumpy
だ。
looking.
傷の具合はどうだい？
Oh, look at his
あんたの
little face.
服は洗っちゃったよ。さあ、お座り。腹減ってるだろ？
So kind of them to actually help him, though, considering some would see him as the enemy.
よっぽどペコペコだったのね。
何人だろうと、怪我して倒れてる子供をほっとくなんて、イエス
He's
様
still
も
a
お許しになら
person.
ないよ。
デンジンはイングランドの敵なんでしょ？
Doesn't matter. You
父ちゃん
still
が
have to
平
show
気に言ってるのに
kindness.
デンジンが攻めてきたからなんだよ。
And he's just a kid.
男たちの喧嘩に女子供が付き合ってやる義理はないよ。
そうか
He's a
もしれ
kid
ないけど
that's
さ。
a warrior, but still.
あ
They're getting lice because of him. Oh no! When was the last time he had such motherly touch?
ほら
Bless
ごらん、
him.
気持ちよくなったろ。その度に私が串を入れてやったもんさ。一昨年に風邪をこじらせて死んじまったけどね。
Oh.
あんたの言葉はわからないよ。俺はイングランド人じゃないんだ。お、
なんだい、やっぱり口が聞けるんじゃないか。
So it doesn't matter that she can't understand him. It's the fact that he said he couldn't speak.
デンジンの石膏がこの辺りに忍び込んだ。怪しいガキを見なかったか？
She's gonna hide
ガ
him.
キ？子供の海賊ですか？
大使閣下の正規兵を2人殺している手だれだ。左腕に矢傷を負っている。
She's gonna protect him.
女、それはお前の子か？
She's gonna say yes, that it is her son.
末の
Yeah.
ジョンですが、何か？
ちょうどその子供ぐらいの背格好だ。見かけたら知らせろ。
何やってるか分かってんの？あの子は海賊なんだよ。人だって2人も殺してる。子供のくせに。
子供が海賊なんて普通じゃないよ。何か事情があるんだろ。
He's not there by
なんだっていう
choice.
のよ。そういう話じゃないでしょ。あの子はジョンの代わりにはなれないの
She
よ。
knows that, but he is still just a kid. And she doesn't blame him for what others have done.
逃げろ。
お待ち。
Because he knows that they're about to be invaded. She did see him as a son. He's trying to warn them to leave. Because he knows.
あそこだ。
Because this is all he knows. This is the only life he knows. That this act of kindness is so foreign to him.
化けてたな小僧。
Just what he's capable of. He's not a child like she thought he was. I understand though why she showed him kindness, and even then, the distraction is because of the look on her face. Probably reminds him of how his mother would look.
逃げろって言っただろ。まだ間に合う。森の中へ逃げろ。海から遠くに行くんだ。
He was trying to save her. He's horrified that someone so young has to do this.
あれなんだ。
Has no other choice but to fight. And maybe a part of her also feels somewhat betrayed.
バイキングだ。
よ、上出来だトロフィー。思ったよりも景気良さげな村だな。
The reality of how his actions have consequences. Someone that showed him kindness. And love, like a mother would, suffers as a consequence. He has to harden himself to it. It's the only life he knows. What choice does he have? He has to fight to survive. I guess you could see it as him severing his ties to childhood innocence and naivety. that loving touch and affection through combing his hair and hiding him is severed by his choice to call in the raid. Because again, he doesn't understand it. It's foreign to him now. It reminds him of his mum and his older sister, but he's been away for so long that he finds it hard to remember what such a life of peace is like. He's only known now war and brutality and violence. That peace almost seems like a distant dream. And he has to sever that connection because, again, it's become foreign to him. He doesn't recognize those emotions anymore. And that's not to say that he's incapable of having those emotions. I think it's to show how far Thorfinn has come, that he knows nothing but war and brutality, that he's become what his father feared. His father didn't want him to have to live this life, to be subjected to violence, but this is what's happened. This is the catalyst of his father having died. So Thorfinn doesn't really have much of a choice. He did try to save them. He told them to run, but they didn't understand. I think she almost didn't believe that someone around the same age as her son could be a brutal warrior, could be a pirate. But even then, she says that he's not doing it by choice, but he does make the choice. But again, that's because he's been living this life. He doesn't know any other way. He didn't start off this way. It wasn't strictly by choice that he fell into this lifestyle. It was do or die. He has to do what he can to survive. And we're seeing that take place. We're seeing that resilience and strength, but also understanding that he has to do things that he doesn't necessarily want to do if it means that he can live another day to pursue his path to revenge. And seeing the way in which the image of the woman flashes back to his mom and his sister, because he can see the sadness on her face, and maybe in that realizes that his mom would also feel the same way if she saw him like this. But he can't let it get to him. He has to become a warrior. He has to not be hindered by his emotions. And that smash comb is the severing of childhood innocence. It's a severing of emotional ties that would only weaken and hinder him and slow him down in the process. I think there is probably more that I would like to say, but my head is actually really, really sore. So I'm probably going to call it here for now and rest because I have filmed quite a bit, but my head is well and truly pounding right now. So I'm going to go and get some water and take some tablets and try and ease this headache. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next episode, bye.